Here again with another Big Bang Theory Season 8 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important if you aren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, well, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for those of you that are wondering, I've already seen The Big Bang Theory at least all the way through one time. Some episodes, obviously, I've seen more than the others, but I wanted to rewatch the show because I know a lot of the stuff on the show is really good. However, Season 8 is my least favorite season of The Big Bang Theory. With that in mind, this will be The Big Bang Theory Season 8, Episode 16. The title of this episode is called The Intimacy Acceleration. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So we start off with Amy saying that she just read about an experiment that could make people fall in love in hours. And then Leonard makes a comment about how it takes forever for Penny to fall in love with him. Leonard says you can't create love in a few hours, right? The people try to experiment. They decide to experiment with Penny and Sheldon. And Sheldon wants Penny to drive him to Lake Geneva for a Gary Con. I don't know who Gary specifically is. I can't remember if Sheldon actually mentioned it or not, even though I just watched the episode within the last hour. So they're going to go ahead with this experiment to see if they fall in love with each other. Obviously, people that are completely opposite of each other, Sheldon and Penny, although a lot of the people are completely opposite of Penny on this show. So while that's going on, Amy and Leonard decide to experiment with that as well. Howard's upset that the airline has lost his mother's ashes. Again, rest in peace to Mrs. Wolowitz, who died. The actress who voiced her actually died, so they did an episode, the last episode, to kind of, celebrate her and do a toast to her, and now is the aftermath of that. And then question one for Sheldon and Penny. One person Sheldon would want to have dinner with is himself. Okay. And Penny chooses Robert Downey Jr. And then Sheldon's like, oh, Iron Man, aw. And then a perfect day for Penny would be to sleep in, do a little yoga, have a cabana boy bring her drinks and get a massage and go dancing. And Sheldon's perfect day as he wakes up enjoying fresh French toast with butter and syrup. A wormhole opens and it gets him into the future millions of years, and he'll have to save mankind from an alien race. Not the exact words he uses, but pretty close. Raj, Leonard, Emily, and Amy go to an escape room. A zombie jumps out, and Raj mentions something about having clean underwear. Howard finds out his mother's remains are in Los Angeles, and Howard wishes he could have driven his mother to the airport when she was going. He said he was busy and that, he never got to see her again, unfortunately. So it would have been nice to have one last drive with her, and who knows what would happen. Obviously, this is fictional as far as the story goes, but in real life, the actress that voiced her died. I think her name is Carol Ann something or something like that. Penny wishes she could turn water into wine, like the Bible says. And Penny also wishes she could be as smart as Sheldon and Leonard. I think she means the whole group collectively, like Raj and Amy and Howard and everybody else, maybe even Stuart. Although I don't know how smart Stuart really is. He's just kind of an interesting individual. I wonder how he's going to take Debbie's death moving forward, because I don't really remember what happens after this as far as what he goes with that whole situation. But Penny... So Sheldon, after Penny wishes that she could be as smart as Sheldon, Leonard, and company, Sheldon wishes he could read minds, because a lot of times he doesn't know if people are sarcastic or just being truthful. Penny wishes she could make that stuff easier for Sheldon. And then Leonard, Amy, Emily, Raj, they all solved the escape room puzzle in 6 minutes, and that costed $200. And then the zombie says, make sure you remember that you're all collectively smart on Yelp for your Yelp review. Sheldon tells Penny that today's actually his birthday. Apparently he doesn't tell people when his birthday is, but he told Penny. Howard's bag, his luggage has been returned, and Howard kisses the urn that his mother's ashes are in. Penny and Sheldon have to stare at each other for 4 minutes without talking, although they talk all the way through it. And there was like this moment where I'm like, they're going to kiss, because I don't really remember what happened. Some of the episodes I know more than others, and I don't like season 8. That was my least favorite season of Big Bang Theory. And Sheldon says he's okay with doing this because he's comfortable around Penny. It's been 8 years, and Penny's still eating their food, so they kind of recollect on when, him and Leonard met Penny, and then they had Indian food that night, and she's been eating their food for 8 years, and he remembers how much she owes them because he has an eidetic memory. When Penny and Sheldon get back from the GaryCon that they go to, there's a surprise party for Sheldon after Sheldon even let Penny be Gary. And he's not happy about that. He doesn't like surprise parties for his birthday, and that's what ends the episode. So fun stuff in this episode. One of the, not a terrible episode of season 8 of The Big Bang Theory. So I'll score it an 8.4 out of 10. My character of the episode is going to be Sheldon. I think he was the most memorable. And then, as many of you know, the reason why I watched and continued watching The Big Bang Theory was because of Penny. Just like, who is that? So I rate Penny based off of how she looks in every episode. And this one, I'm going to give her a 7.8 out of 10. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory, or perhaps young Sheldon, and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing that like button, just like Sheldon would want you to do. Hulk smash! Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of The Big Bang Theory. What would you score the episode? And whom, if you had to choose, would be your character of the episode? And if you want to do what I do and rate Penny, you can definitely do that in the comment section. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.